This week, we return to our farm in Portugal and take a moment to mark 2 whole months of being here. Morocco was our first trip away, and it is incredible to see the change in the time we've been away. It's of course time to show you the treasures we brought back and finally get our handmade upcycled table finished. But a real highlight of this week is that our family expands rather unexpectedly with some very sweet little feathered friends. We are the Newbys, John, Tara and Crusoe, and we've been living an extraordinary life, committed to making our minutes and seconds count. For the last 2 years, we've been living in vans and travelling the world.
Something's just happened.
I could be wrong, but I think there's 2 countries.
Crusoe has already been to 23 countries on 4 continents. We have fed giraffe, face down elephants, kayaked with humpbacks, and played with meerkats. We've taken some of the world's greatest hikes, visited the world's greatest cities, and seen some of nature's greatest spectacles. We even got married by a penguin, but that's another story. Now it's time for our biggest challenge yet. We've bought an abandoned farm in northern Portugal, and our mission is to turn the overgrown wreck into an off-grid sustainable place that we can call home. Join us and follow our journey. Be brave, think big, explore.
Very good.
Welcome back to the farm, everybody. Before we get started with what we've been up to this week, we have loved hearing from you, and so many of you have had so many questions for us about our life in Portugal.
So it's high time we answer some of those questions that you've got for us, including one of the most common questions: how much did we pay for the place? And of course, why did we choose to come to Portugal and not somewhere else like Greece or Spain or Canada or Antarctica?
Exactly, Antarctica, that'd be fun. Anyway, we have got some really special friends coming to stay with us, and actually they're already here. So if you follow us on Instagram, you know who they are. If you don't, I'm pretty sure you'll have heard of them. They're incredible content creators on YouTube, and we're so excited to spend some time with them, and they are going to help us answer your questions next week. So please leave your question in the comments box. Let us know where you're watching from.
Brilliant.
And your name, and we will do our very best to answer as many as we can next week Sunday.
100%. Wouldn't it be super cool if we got somebody from at least every continent in the planet and maybe over 50 different countries watching? That would be amazing.
That would be super cool.
Love it.
Anyway, this is what we've been up to, and thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy this week's episode. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and of course, like Tara just said, leave us a comment.
Things have escalated.
Things have.
Usually people arrive with oranges,
Bottle of wine, maybe.
spinach, but today Crusoe got 2 little pets delivered.
Wow. Crusoe, check that out, dude. The little ducks.
It's a duck and a chicken. There's a
But
chicken.
they're so cool.
Gently.
Careful.
Good boy. We now are the proud owners of a chicken and a duck.
Crusoe, what's happening? Oh, careful. There's a duck following you, Crusoe.
So we got back from Morocco yesterday, and to be honest, it was pretty hectic. We got back to more water dramas, and it was really, really hot. We all managed to catch a cold in Morocco, so Crusoe and I weren't feeling all that great. So we kind of just dumped everything, unpacked what we needed to, and of course became parents to a chicken and a duck.
Yeah.
They've survived the night, and now the real challenge of surviving the day with a toddler begins. I am super excited to start the day with opening everything that we got in Morocco. But anyway, what has been quite remarkable is coming back and seeing what has happened on the farm while we've been away. The growth of plant life is extraordinary, especially, sadly, the bamboo.
Bamboo, hectic. That's all I'm saying. Just going to walk through the house here and have a look. Check this out, man. Last week when we left, there was no bamboo. This week, it's over 1 meter tall. It's everywhere. If we're not careful, Robinson's Rock will soon be lost to the bamboo again. So that's something we're going to need to fix very soon. And yeah, let's go and see Tara's unpacking from Morocco. Hello, little man. Yeah, come on.
So what do you want to open first?
I think, since we've got the table,
yeah,
I think we should open the tiles first and have a look, see whether they fit even.
That duck loves Crusoe. Here we go.
They're all right, aren't they? Gosh.
Beautiful. Now, the moment of truth. Do they fit? So for everybody asking to know what the end result was with the table, this is what we're planning.
Yeah, we had so many really cool ideas. Thanks so much for that. Of what to do with the gap. Some people saying, hey, we should make a trough there and fill it with herbs and spices. Other people saying, keep the gap so that you can slip an umbrella through it and have a big piece of shade. We've got great shade from the tree, so we don't really need that. Loved the herb idea. But when Tara and I thought about it, and we thought, well, we've got Crusoe and we've got the little one on the way, they're basically just going to destroy anything that's on this table. So tiles is what we're going to go with. And thankfully, we managed to get some really beautiful ones from Morocco.
We also got these tiles for hot pots on the table.
Great. What I will say about those tiles is that actually in Marrakesh, in amongst all of the other colours, amongst all of the hecticness, they just looked fairly ordinary, didn't they?
Did, yeah.
But now they're away from Marrakesh and they're sat on our kitchen table here. I think they look fantastic.
They do. Next up's your pick, my love. You fell in love with these.
So these are handmade glasses.
Yeah.
And we paid £20 for 6 of them and a water jug. So they are beautiful. Good. Okay, what's next?
Well, we have this bag full of bowls and the all-important mirror.
Okay.
First of all, we upgraded our cereal bowls.
Brilliant.
Because why not?
So how much do these cost?
They were £2 each, I think.
Oh, we're £2 each, yeah. Okay, this is a big bowl.
This is the big bowl. Do you know, I was thinking that this would live on this table, but I actually think it might need to go on the wall.
Huge.
Like it was in the shop.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's large.
It's kind of a wall hanging, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if it goes on the table, there'll be no table left.
Yeah. Ah, perfect.
I think that's great, isn't it?
Isn't it?
That's going to work just fine.
Oh, buddy, that is yours. You're right. That was a tile that Crusoe was given for free.
Brilliant.
Now it gets really exciting because it's time for carpets. Is that comfy, my boy? Had lunch and we are getting set up for something unbelievably special, which we're so excited about. So there's a school in the UK who contacted us months ago to say that her class watched and loved our channel, which meant so much to us, and we did have ambitions to get up there to see them, to have a little chat with all of them and meet them. Unfortunately, we never managed to make that happen, but we are managing to jump on Zoom with them today before they leave year 6, get to know them and answer a few questions that they've got. A really good question. Wow, my love.
That was great, wasn't it?
That amazing?
A lot of fun.
We were asked the most amazing questions and it was just incredible to kind of connect with a part of our community. You know, we connect every week with people in the comments and stuff, but to actually see people's faces and chat to the children. And one of the things where this all kind of started was a few months ago, their teacher sent us a picture of one of the children from the class who had visited the Greenwich Meridian line in London and stood on either side of the line just like Crusoe had, because he had watched our video and seen Crusoe doing it. And that has always stayed with me as something just so incredibly special about what we do here on YouTube. And to have the opportunity to speak to the class and to their teacher just meant the world to us.
Really
Super
cool
cool bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful to you guys. So I'm sure you're watching this. Thank you guys for your time. We loved it. And we'll see you soon.
Yeah, I hope, yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Great.
This week marks 2 months since we arrived on the farm. And as we unpacked and settled back in after our first trip away, it felt like an apt moment to reflect on how far we've come. The projects we want to do and the ones we need to do sometimes feel monumental. And with a new baby imminent, we've put some of them on hold because we haven't got quite enough time to get them started and finished before the little one arrives. On the days when it feels like we haven't got as far as we'd like, we have to remember what we arrived to, that this is all part of the journey and that there's no rush. In time, we will create that beautiful, sustainable homestead of our dreams. So it's also okay to have a week when we indulge in tiles and tables and numbers on the gate. At the end of the day, they're all part of the stitches and fabric of this farm as it changes and becomes ours. And there's as much magic in the detail as there is in the dream.
All right, so we've got a table that's been half finished, bit more than half, I'd say. But are you joining in? Are you going to help, Crusoe?
Yeah.
So that gap, we've got back from Morocco and we've got the tiles that need to go in place there. All I've got to do is work out how to put the tiles into place. Now, one of the obvious and easiest things would be just to stick them there. And I think that's probably about what I'm going to do. But the next thing will be, okay, how do we fill in the gaps between the tiles? Do we buff them up against each other, or do we have a little grout tile? Should we be using grout like we have in bathrooms? I don't quite know yet. What I'm thinking though is that we need to follow the same theme and the same colors that are actually on the table. So a white grout around those tiles isn't going to work very well. It's going to need to be black as well. Maybe another tube of the Sigaflex would work really, really well in that.
I, on the other hand, am editing Sunday's video. And also, I'm here to supervise the placing of the tiles.
I think all the guys out there will probably know what I'm saying when I say we really love it when the wives come out and supervise.
Come on then, crack on.
Here we go. Crusoe's quit work already. Have you quit already? Yeah. Okay, so the first bit is we're going to need to find a piece of wood or something that we're going to be able to support those tiles on. And this garage, the not garage, is an absolute treasure trove of all sorts of things, bits and pieces. So best place to start. Some more of these round barrel things. I wonder what we can do with those. Wonder what we can do with those one day. And we've got this as well. Gosh. I see a table, a small table, coffee table somewhere in the future. That looks great. What else? We've got some tiles down there. We've got these are the cut-offs from the original table. Yeah, look at that. Stick that like that. There we go. We've got a coffee table. That'll be fun. In fact, we've got those yellow pieces of wood that we didn't use all of. Got that over there with that. So basically, what I'm not going to do today is use one of these pieces, which would be the easiest piece of wood to rest tiles on, because I'm going to keep all 4 of those pieces. We can then perhaps make a coffee table out of them a little bit at a later date. There are some more pieces of wood for the legs. Cool. So what else have we got in here? Those look all right, don't they? Got a whole bunch of wood there as well. Okay, I think we're going to take at least one of those pieces of wood. Yep, that looks pretty good. All right, those 3 little struts are now all in place. While I'm down here, what I'm noticing is that there are a few gaps between the wood at the top that I filled with the Sigaflex originally. So if there's Sigaflex left over at the end of this project, I'm going to be coming back down here and just filling in those gaps and making sure it's nice and tidy. That'll finish it off pretty well. Actually, what I've gone and done is I've cut the wood that's supporting these tiles a lot lower than actually it needs to be. The reason why I've done that is each tile is a different thickness, and what that means is that there's lots of play there, so I can use the Sigaflex, the glue, to level off the tiles as I'm doing it. Hopefully it'll all be perfect with the table. All right, so we've got to the end. Now we need to do the corner piece. And it's a tough one really, because we've got sort of an odd shaped or an odd length for the end, and instead of having them butt up against each other like that, I think I want to put a 45-degree angle on them so they're kind of a little bit nicer finish. My plan is to use the belt sander.
Okay. So
I'll chop them the right length. And then I'm just going to use a belt sander basically to take off a 45-degree edge. Okay. It's non-standard construction technique, but then everything on the farm is like that. I don't have a tile cutter, so we'll use that.
I think it'll work.
It'll work. Come on, Dad. Got 2 pieces. There's the angles, and hopefully they're going to go together like that.
Well done.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put them into place now.
You are a smart man, John Newby.
Well, we'll see whether it works. There. like that.
That's absolutely perfect.
I have heavily taped the area so that I'm not going over any of the tiles with this black stuff because it's...
Crusoe's at the end, sorry.
Crusoe, don't touch please, little man. Crusoe's already come and given us his little piece of advice and moved the tiles once. So there we go, Crusoe. You just leave that where it is now, eh? And I've put a bunch of the Sigaflex in the gaps. Again, if you remember when we made the tabletop in the first place, and I put the Sigaflex in, I was a little bit like, is it going to work? Isn't it going to work? But anyway, it worked that time. No reason to think it won't work this time. I'm using some fairy liquid just to smooth it into the gaps. It's a technique that works well with silicone, even because silicone and these glues are very, very sticky, and the fairy makes it so it's less sticky, but does do a pretty rough and ready job. So if you're thinking about silicone in your bath, with a finger and some fairy liquid, perhaps think again, you know, there are better ways to do it. But in this instance, fairly good technique, I think, just to get the silicone or get the Sigaflex into all of these gaps and make sure it's a nice and smooth, because nothing's level and nothing's even here. Okay, we'll show you how that all works out a little bit later. It's starting to look good. I'm keen for the glue to dry before I carry on with that project, so we'll just let it be for now. Next project is, we got those numbers from Morocco, if you remember.
Time to put them on the gate?
Time to put them on the gate. Do you want to show me where you want them?
Yep, on the way.
Let's go.
Oh, well, I think they put a perfect pillar there for them, didn't they?
Is that what you want them, on the pillar?
We love how the duckling and the chick follow us wherever we go. You guys. What do you think? It's weird. It's got to be nearly in the middle. Although...
Or is it over here?
No.
So it's definitely on here?
Yeah. There-ish, yeah.
Middle being the same height as the wall here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's the route we'll go.
I think the chickens decided that John's its favourite. I think the chickens decided you're its favourite.
Well, I mean, that's obvious, isn't it?
Honestly, if you see the chicken, it's just like shot off at a rate of knots after John.
It looks like they've abandoned Crusoe.
Yeah, I think Crusoe's a bit hectic for them.
Crusoe's been reneging on his duties as a father.
Where'd you guys go? Well, my love, I think that looks awfully smart.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Isn't it nice? I'm really pleased with that. Right, who's hungry?
Hey, Crusoe, you hungry? Yeah!
Oh. Well, I love that. I think that's turned out really, really well. And the cool thing is we still have all these tiles. We did purposefully, obviously, buy extras because there's loads of other projects that we know we want these for. And I have tried to import these in the UK before and it's jolly expensive. So I actually think we didn't buy enough, but we were restricted. So
Morocco's not far away.
Morocco's not far away. So anyway, these can be packed up for now. I love it. This table is basically an ode to Morocco right now.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Beautiful. There you go.
Great, let's eat.
Lunchtime. I think that's a wrap, isn't it?
That's a wrap. Thanks once again for watching. It's been our pleasure to have you along for this adventure.
It absolutely has. Please remember, if you've liked the video, to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to leave us those all-important questions in the comments section below, and we're excited to answer them next Sunday with none other than...
To the sunset. Tanya and Adam are with us for next week's video. We can't wait to answer all of your questions, and we'll see you there.
We'll see you there. Bye.
Bye.
Get Daddy, Bubba. You're gonna get Dad. Get Daddy, get Daddy. Get Daddy.
Let's get Mummy, shall we? Get Mummy.